This is, as promised, my further update on the Wittman kursk tiger that I'm actually building, which was originally going to be part of the kursk 75th anniversary group build. I've not done a video for a while on it. Let's just adjust the camera for a minute. And as you can see, this is the kit I've built, or building. Which is Cyber Hobby's old 6350 Michael Wittman, 13th Panzer Regiment, 1st Operation Citadel, July 1943, Tiger 1 early production. As I say, I actually won this on an auction on eBay about 3 years ago for the pricely sum of £65 when they normally go for about 200 something. But the interesting thing is, Cyber Hobby's sister company, Dragon, have announced they're going to reissue Wittman's last Command Tiger. So that is going to be very interesting to see. It probably hasn't got all the goodies in it. Well, I have, but no doubt with Dragon these days they don't tend to do that. But there you go. However, I've got the Rye-filled kit with me, so that really doesn't come into the fray. Anyway, getting back to the project on hand, as I say, it's been a while since I last did an update on this, and because I've had a couple of days off in between, what is coming to the end of the Christmas trading period, I've managed to sit down and get some work done on it, and it's almost there, guys, to be honest with you. There's not a lot more to do in it. It's just a case of weathering her up now, and then the final assembly, etc. So here she is. This is how she's looking. Okay. Yeah, as I say, I've moved on quite a bit since you last saw it. Just move the lighting. I don't know if you can see it any better. Let's get the light a little bit nearer. I've basically done the chipping on her, which I did with AK's rust set, which you've got here, which took, well, best part of the day. I'm sorry it's not in focus, guys. Hang on, let's see if we can get it into focus a bit more. No, yeah, here we go. Yeah, as I say, it's had its chipping done. And then after that I added Florrie's dark dirt wash just to pop up the detail, and beforehand I did use for the first time, if I can find the damn stuff. Ooh, where's it gone? Oh no, I can't find it. Oh well, it's the old Tamiya's panel line wash, so I'll use that as well, which further enhanced the detail. The decals themselves went down very, very easily after I'd clear coated it, and then obviously went over them again and obviously did the chipping, and then it was the dark dirt wash. I got that all off this morning, so that's really popped the detail up, which is nice. And then the next process I used, I mean, I don't know if you can see it on the camera here, but I used AK's streaking grime, if I can find it, which is this little bottle here, with some turpenoid, and then just gently brushed it up and down to give it that faded, blended in effect, so that you can actually see it's got rain streaks on it, because these vehicles were out in all weathers, as you can imagine. So yeah, I was pretty pleased with how that's come up. It's actually given it a slight filter as well, actually, which is quite a nice surprise. And then obviously you can see here where I've put in the silver, all the shell dents. So yeah, sorry, I'm declining that. I'm getting a call on here right in the middle of a video. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that's that done. Yeah, it's come up really, really well. I'm really pleased with the progress on this so far. There's not a lot more to do on it, actually. I mean, admittedly, I've put a little bit of silver around it when it's dented in the skirts, which would probably be the case anyway. And around the edges of the turret here and there. And also, if we can see on the back here, I've done it on the exhaust shrouds where the shell holes are. So there you go. Yeah, pretty happy with it actually. So yeah, she's coming on well. The only thing I've got to do now is just add the occasional bit of rust here and there, and then get the pigments added underneath where the running gear would be in the lower glacis and the lower hull, as though it's kicked up the dust in the rough road terrain I've actually done on the Vignette. And final assembly, I'm actually going to use, because I've been recommended by my brother, and I've heard Dan Scattergold from ISM actually recommend it, hang on, let me get this one here, is Winsor & Newton's Galeria matte varnish. Now apparently you can actually airbrush this straight from the actual bottle. So I'm going to give it a crack. I know another buddy of mine, Mike Cohen, is actually doing his Uikakazi destroy, and he's actually just done it. It's come up beautifully on that. So yeah, I'm going to give it a go and see how it goes, beds down. So that's the Tiger itself done. The next one is the Vignette itself. That is done. And I'm very pleased with the way it's come up, as you can see here. I didn't bother with putting some grass tufts on this because of the ties are going to be sitting on top of that, and you're not going to see anything anyway. So yeah, it's really come up the treat. Now I didn't leave it with the static grass on its own because I thought it looked a bit flat, to be honest with you. It needed something to lift it up, and because obviously being in Russia, the grass is wild and etc. And to add a little bit of interest, I added some foliage, which was from Green Lime. This little set here, GL043, and you can get these on eBay. So yeah, added them just to boost it a little bit more, and it actually looks more realistic, to be honest with you, especially with the way they actually sit. With the colour variation, there'd be wildflowers in the eastern front anyway. Now the grass tufts were from Wall Painter, which I've got on eBay as well, and it's just a case of sticking them on it down, and that's it. And you've got the full effect of the actual wild grass, as it were, as this was in sort of July, August 1943. So yeah, I'm extremely pleased with that. I'm definitely going to be using these products again on future builds, I can tell you that now. So yeah, pretty happy with that. That's come on very, very well. And then obviously we've got the figures, which are almost done. And if I can find the boxes, I can't find the other one unfortunately at this stage, but I know it was actually donated to me by my colleague and fellow modelling buddy Rick Connell of Old Man Scale Modelling, which was a German... Oh, actually, what is it under here? Bear with me a second, guys. I'm just going to see if I can find it. Nope, I think I've hidden it away, sorry. It was actually a dragon set for a Panzer Regiment's crew circa 1943 to 45. And also the other figures were from Timia's set, which is this set here, which I got on eBay for about, I think it was about £6. Fairly old set. It's a machine gun crew set on manoeuvres, which I thought would be ideal to set against the Tiger, and it would look more natural for a Kursk scene. And here they are. I'll just show them to you. I've got them all done. It's just, again, a case of getting the matte coat on them and they're done. So there you go. That's all the figures there. And they've really come up a treat. I mean, basically, it took me about couple of weeks to get them all painted, detail painted, and then I basically put down Fleury's dark dirt wash again, removed the excess, and then just lightly dry brushed them using Tamiya light grey, and they've really popped and come up a treat. And more so, this was my first attempt with the crew figures to do the actual ambush camouflage scheme, and I used a mixture of, if I can find them again, as well organised as always. Oh, here we go. The Splittermeister Uniform Colours set from AK, and hand painted that all on. Yeah, it took me the best part of 2 days, as you can imagine, but I'm glad I did it, because I mean, it's really looking impressive. As with this, that was using Vallejo's uniform set with the infantry here. So yeah, really happy with the way things are progressing on this build, and I'm very much hoping to get this finished maybe in the next couple of weeks, so you should get a final reveal soon. So there you go, that's how far we've got on this build at this stage. As I say, I'm very happy with the progress on it so far. All the elements are coming into play now, as you can see. So that's the end of this update. So until the next time, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.